Wait, don't skip this video. 3 months ago, I was exactly where you probably are right now, staring at my bank account, wondering how someone making decent money could be so completely broke. But what I discovered next literally changed everything. And the craziest part? The banks don't want you to know about this. My name is Charlie, and I'm about to show you why everything you know about budgeting is a straight-up lie. If you're sick of being broke and stressed about money, this video might just change your life. Hit that subscribe button right now, because what I'm about to share is something I wish someone had told me years ago. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's a real person, one of my viewers actually, who was making $85,000 a year but couldn't keep more than $200 in her savings account. Every single month, her money would just vanish. She tried everything: Mint, YNAB, cash envelopes, you name it. Nothing worked. Sound familiar? But here's where it gets interesting. Using what I'm about to show you, Sarah went from basically zero savings to having $7,400 in just 60 days. Same income, same job, just a completely different approach to money. Now, before I reveal exactly how she did it, we need to talk about the massive lie the finance industry has been feeding you for years. You know all those budgeting apps and complicated spreadsheets they tell you to use? They're designed to fail, and I can prove it. Here's something shocking. According to a recent Harvard study, 92% of traditional budgets fail within 90 days. That's not a typo, 92%. But when researchers tested simplified systems, the success rate jumped to 71%. That's when I realized something huge. We've been doing this all wrong.
Enter the 75-10-15 rule. Now, you might be thinking this is just another boring budget system, but trust me, this is different. This is about working with your brain's natural psychology instead of fighting against it. Let me show you my own numbers. 6 months ago, I had exactly $431 to my name. I was making good money, about $75,000 a year, but I couldn't keep a dollar in my account if my life depended on it. Then I discovered this system. Want to see something crazy? Shows phone screen. That's my account right now. $27,849. Same income, same expenses, just a completely different approach to managing it. Here's how it works. Instead of tracking 50 different categories and driving yourself crazy, you split your money into just 3 buckets. 75% goes to your life money. That's everything you need to live. Rent, food, bills, even fun stuff. Yes, I said fun stuff. Because here's what most financial gurus get wrong. Trying to live like a monk doesn't work. You need some freedom to enjoy life. 10% goes to your safety net. This is your life happens fund. Car repairs, medical bills, unexpected expenses. This is how you stop emergencies from destroying your finances. 15% goes to your freedom fund. This is where the magic happens. This money goes straight into investments that make you more money while you sleep. Now, you might be thinking, Charlie, I can barely pay my bills. How am I supposed to save 25% of my income? I hear you, and this is where it gets really interesting. Let me show you something that blew my mind. Pulls up calculator. If you're making $50,000 a year, that's about $4,167 monthly after taxes. Using the 75-10-15 rule, here's how it breaks down. $3,125 for life money, $417 for your safety net, $625 for your freedom fund. But Charlie, you're probably thinking, I need every dollar of that $3,125. And that's exactly why this system works when others fail. It gives you permission to actually live your life while still building wealth on autopilot. Here's what most people don't realize. The problem isn't that you're spending too much on lattes or avocado toast. The problem is that traditional budgeting systems are designed to make you feel guilty about every purchase. And guess what happens when you feel guilty? You give up entirely. Let me show you what happened when Maria, another viewer, started using this system. She was making $60,000 a year but had zero savings. Zero. Within 4 months of using the 75-10-15 rule, she had built up an emergency fund of $3,200 and started investing for the first time in her life. But here's where it gets really crazy. Remember that 15% that goes into your freedom fund? Let's say you invest that money and get a pretty average 7% return. Shows compound interest calculator. If you're 30 years old right now, by the time you're 60, you'll have, wait for it, $752,308. And that's just from the 15%. Add in your safety net savings and you're looking at a completely different financial future. Now, let me show you exactly how to implement this system step by step. First, you need to know your real take-home pay, not your salary, what actually hits your bank account each month. Let's say it's $4,000. Step 1. Set up automatic transfers. The day your paycheck hits, $400 goes to your safety net account and $600 goes to your Freedom Fund account. Automatically, no thinking required, no willpower needed. Step 2. Live your life with the remaining $3,000. No guilt, no complicated tracking, no beating yourself up over every purchase. But Charlie, what about debt? Great question. If you have high-interest debt like credit cards, use your 15% Freedom Fund to attack that first, because getting rid of 20% interest debt is better than earning 7% in the market. Here's something nobody talks about. This system actually gets easier over time. Why? Because as your safety net grows, you stop having financial emergencies. That car repair that would have wrecked your budget, now it's just a minor inconvenience. Let me show you what happened when I had a $2,800 emergency car repair last month. Shows phone screenshots. Instead of panicking or reaching for a credit card, I just transferred the money from my safety net and kept going. No stress, no debt, no problem. But here's the real secret, the thing that makes this system absolutely bulletproof. It's not just about the numbers, it's about psychology. When you know that 25% of your money is automatically building your future, something amazing happens. You stop feeling guilty about spending the rest.
Think about that for a second. What would it feel like to buy something you want without that voice in your head saying you should be saving instead? That's financial freedom, and it's possible with this system. Now, if you're thinking this sounds too good to be true, I get it. I was skeptical too. That's why I'm going to show you one more example. Here's the beautiful thing about the 75-10-15 rule. It works whether you make $30,000 or $300,000 a year. The percentages scale automatically, no recalculating needed. Let me show you one last thing before we wrap up. This notification just came in while we were filming. That's my Freedom Fund automatic transfer. $625 just moved into my investment account without me lifting a finger. That's the power of this system. If this video helped you, smash that like button and hit subscribe. Comment "Freedom" below if you're ready to start your journey. I read every comment and reply to as many as I can. And here's something special. I've created a complete 75-10-15 system blueprint, including all my personal templates and tracking sheets. It's completely free. Link in the description. Remember, your future self is counting on you. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time, right now.